I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who teach and rule well. Salutation to all the brothers and Israelites pushing this truth uh, across the globe. And shalom to the hopeful elect. All right. Uh, just one thing, real quick, I'm going to bring up is this Beirut, explosion. A lot of brothers have already, touched on this, right? And this is basically, what the prophets have been talking about for a while. Wars and rumors of wars and things like these, the things like this, like these attacks that are going down, and so a lot of videos were already made on it. So I'm just going to touch up on it, just lightly. Uh, Give my opinion, just speaking as a man, on what it is, what it may be, right? And about a week ago now, I had made a video that I put up about a prophetic like dream or vision that I had where something very similar happened, right? Uh, the setting was my town that I live in, and then in the rural areas where we have a lot of industries, right? Manufacturers and a couple of chemical plants. I'm not too sure what kind of materials they actually make, but you have flammable like explosive materials in these factories or plants, and that's if you watch the video I put up, that's where this it was a drone, right? That's where this drone hit, but uh, the similarity between what happened in Beirut, the explosion in Beirut, and my dream, where it's like pretty close, pretty much the same, was how it exploded, right? And that's I put the title on it on the prophetic dream video, nuclear drone, right? Because you know here as of late, anyone that's been overseas or did tours overseas or even watch videos, uh, on YouTube, or even some movies are really good and capture, you know, the reality of like an explosion, or like an explosive, and you see bombs dropped from fixed wing aircraft, from airplanes, right, military aircraft, and you see car bombs and things of that nature. Even you know, even the enemy like wearing so-called suicide vests or suicide bombers, right, and then detonating themselves, right? Things like that, things of that nature. You can watch, you can see, and you can tell, like your common person can tell that this isn't that, right? Like it's not the same, right? It's not the same explosion, right? And the force behind this was different, right? So I'm no expert, right? I have little experience. I have a little experience, right, with my tour in Iraq. My brothers being veterans, right, as well, being into certain things, and you know seeing certain things. And like I said, I'm not an expert, but this isn't your typical like explosion. This isn't normal, and it wasn't in my dream. And this was pretty much the same, to where it hit and it was a miniature nuclear blast. That's exactly what it was, man. And then that's what I saw in my dream. And just like how those people reacted to what they called uh, the aftershock, right? That shock wave, right? That's what happened in my dream. That's what I was describing in that video, right? That aftershock, that shock wave, sent everybody dipping, right? Some people were trying to evade it or get away from it, in their vehicle. That didn't work out too well. And people who were outside on foot, they were just, diving into shelter, right? Wherever they could. And like I said, in that dream, me and my brother, we jumped into our garage, you know, just, um, just at the right time before, it hit. And and the damage that you saw in the video, that's the damage that I saw in my dream. Close to the explosion, everything was leveled, right? This happened miles and in my dream, it happened miles and miles outside of my town, right? I would say like, I don't know, 15 miles or something like that. And for the first few miles, maybe up to 5 miles, things were leveled. But as it went on, the shock wave got weaker, but it was still blowing out windows and vehicles, just like you saw here, and still damaging property like a tornado would, or something of that nature. And that's exactly what happened, in this video right here. That's what it looked like. That's what I saw. Like I say, I'm not an expert on nuclear weapons, but people are calling it, just based on common knowledge, I guess you could say, people are calling it like a tactical nuke or a pocket nuke. Now we have no idea exactly what this damn devil has um, in store, or what level he's at with all this stuff. The devil keeps things secret, but if I had to put my money on it, that's what it is, man. That's a strike, right? Also, it's not an accident. Talking about firecrackers and gasoline, dude. you know, some people are pyros when they're kids, and they mess around with gasoline. Starting fires, get their ass whooped by their parents. Um, and firecrackers, bro. Especially Mexicans. Mexicans do firecrackers real big. In fact, a while back there was like a firecracker factory in Mexico that blew up and fucked a lot of people up. But come on now, firecrackers and gasoline, bros. Stop, right? Stop with that shit. But we know that they're lying, And then the fact that uh, the Israeli Mossad and then Hezbollah have both come out and given statements. So this shit stinks to high heaven, right? And who gives a shit what Trump says? Trump's a liar, but he came out and said that his military leaders are calling it an attack, right? An explode is an attack, right? And that's what I feel it is, right? Israel's behind it, obviously, right? There's nations out there, right? Ishmael, right? Ishmaelite nations, right? Arabs, if you will, who have vowed to wipe Amalek, the so-called Jays, right, in Israel, off the face of the earth, right? And they have every, more power to them, they have every right to do so. Everybody does, but so because of that, Israel has to be on top of these governments and making sure that they're not, you know, gathering, nuclear capabilities and working on that because, like for Iran, for example, has already said, like, look, man, like we're gonna take y'all are our sworn enemy and we're gonna take y'all out if it's the last thing that we do, right? So that's why, most likely what went down was Israel gathered intelligence, over a period of time as to, and this has come out, right, as to where um, Lebanon had weapons of mass destruction, right? And they went in there with their Mossad and detonated it, bro, right? Just blew it up right where it stood, right? Because, I mean, shoot, if they were intending to use that warhead on you, right? And if you had the opportunity, you'd go and detonate that thing in their land. And that's what they did, right? And they're trying to keep it low key, say it was an accident, blah, blah, blah. Nah, man. And hopefully it leads to war. Like, let's hope that it leads to war. Okay, so that's all I wanted to speak on about that. The blasting in Beirut. And the similarities that were in my dream, and I didn't when I first saw it. A lot of scriptures and a lot of thoughts came to my mind, and after a whole day had passed, the following day, that's when I had just, I noticed, or I actually realized, wait a minute, like that's what I saw in my dream, like days back. That's exactly what I saw. Now correlating it back to my dream wasn't, and that didn't happen initially. You know, um, uh, but like I said, after like a day or so, then I finally was like, oh wait, yeah, that's what I saw for sure. That's it. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say on that. But that kind of segues into what I really wanted to bring out in this video, and that's you have you have Israelites, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans who think they're going to be able to take up arms against this damn devil, right? And his armies, his police, his National Guard, his federal agencies, his federal police, um, his military might, dude, right? And it's absolute foolishness, man. It's absolutely foolish, right? And um, uh, I would say a few weeks back, it was uh, Grandmaster Mason J from the NFAC, right? Uh, uh, leading, you know, leading a bunch of untrained, uneducated in warfare, so-called black people, men and women, armed, right, with small arms, bro, like nothing. I didn't have anything special out there, right? A bunch of Walmart guns, um, and videos were made on that. And then you've always had these Israelite groups, these Israelite camps out here who, man, they go strapped to camp. They got an AR across their back at camp, right? They post videos of them at the firing range, right? And they pretty much promote it, and tell other Israelites to get on board, which is wicked. That's pretty wicked. Um, and then, you know, here, um, you know, uh, Apostle Tahar, goes in on a video showing Esau building his own sword, right? And that's what level that these devils are on, man. Even your Joe six packs, right? Or expert marksmen, experts in their craft, and their craft is the sword, right? And another video that had come out, or was brought to light that brothers went into, right, was this video right here, by a guy who posted on Instagram going by the name of King of the Israelites, right, which is blasphemy, right? It's sacrilegious, or whatever you like to call it. It's wrong, man. It's wicked, right? And and he came out and he was just basically scoffing and mocking, looking crazy as hell. Look at that, looking crazy as hell, just scoffing and mocking uh, the peaceful, right, meek, humble prophets of the Lord, right, who aren't going to put their faith in firearms, right, but put their faith in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. All right. So, and then as you see on uh, the elder from South Carolina, forgive me if I get your name wrong, but Mana Tazak, right, and his brother, or our brother Yawan, right, also, right, and going in on these Israelites that are strapped, as you see here in this video, right? Um, as you know, as well as I forget your name, brother, but um, who I would consider elder, or yeah, who I consider an elder, um, who posts on this channel, GMS Ancient of Days, right? It's been kind of the topic here the last couple of days. As it is, periodically, you always gotta come out, and put these embers out of this of these false doctrines, man, of these wicked doctrines, right? And this is a doctrine right here. It's like a zealot doctrine to take up arms to try to defeat your enemy in a carnal manner. He has one video right here, and then subscribe to this brother. Watch his videos, man. He's a very austere, strong brother. The Lord will defend Jerusalem, right? You got to believe, and sparks amongst the stubble. As pertaining to the spiritual powers, right? That the Most High uh, is going to give the men of the Lord, the 144,000, right? Upon his son's return, Yahushai, right, to earth, right, to defeat the enemies of Israel, right. And another brother I want to mention is another elder I want to mention is Elder Malcolm out of Chicago, right. Look, I bring these brothers up, right, and Apostle Har, because they're not soft men. They're tough, man. Apostle Har, right? He's been pushing this truth, 30 plus years, and in New York of all places, right? Yeah, preaching the word anywhere, you're gonna right. You're you're gonna riots broke out when Paul spoke, right? In New York, you got a type of character there, right? That you know they're rough around the edges, right, so to speak. As opposed to other areas in America. You know, New Yorkers gotta, they got, you know, like an asshole attitude, man. They're a jerk, for lack of better words, man. They're a bunch of assholes, right? So Apostle Har's tough. Plus, he's he's an authority on boxing. He knows boxing really well, right? A combat sport, right? And this elder right here, GMS Ancient of Days 12. He's a veteran, man, Marine Corps, and you know, combat proven. All right, and you have this brother, right, Monatazak, and if you watch your videos, he ain't soft, man, in any way, shape, or form, right? You you feel as though you getting weak, you getting soft, or you might be in your feelings, so to speak. In the woe is me spirit, being a little effeminate or whatnot, right? Watch this brother's videos, man. He'll cuss that right out of you, bro. All right. And Elder Malcolm, right? Once again, another veteran, man, been around the world. Also, he's a master in his craft, in different disciplines in martial arts and weaponry, you know, uh, what you would probably call ancient weaponry, old weapons. Oh man. So what the hell is everybody else's problem, man? Right? If these austere, tough, rugged, combat proven, expert marksmen, expert weaponry, expert martial artists, brothers, elders, right? If they understand, right, and they put out in videos and teach lessons that you're not to do this shit, what's the problem, man? For anyone sincerely trying to, obey the words of Yahweh, right? Follow what is written in the scriptures, right? The words of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right. What's y'all's problem? Like, Are you that stupid or ignorant, or do you really think you're that tough? I think Jake really thinks he's that tough. You're not tough, man. You're not tough. You definitely ain't smart. You ain't fucking cross that out. And you're not an expert in shit, alright? But running your mouth, 2K, flaming hot Cheetos, and simping for nasty bitches, bro. That's what you're a fucking expert in, bro. And nothing else, man. Alright? Also, you know, my brothers know the truth, right? We're all veterans. I'm a veteran. At one point in time when we all, you know, exited the service, we all had firearms, multiple, right? We each had multiple firearms, man, of all kinds, man. Because after you're institutionalized by this devil's army, you carry yourself about, a type of way. But we got out of that, man. We don't own none of that stuff no more, and we don't. That isn't our craft. That was not given to Jacob. All right, that blessing went to Esau. All right, the blessing of the sword went to this devil. Right, it's his blessing. So how are you going to take up the sword, the modern day sword, and beat the devil at his blessing, man? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, man. You know, I want to bring out some scriptures. And we stay in Psalms for the most part right here. This is Psalms 11:5. The Lord trieth the righteous, but the wicked and him that loveth violence, his soul hateth. All right, all right. So it's either you're scared and you're taking up arms because you fear the devil, right? You fear the white man versus fearing the Most High, right? Which you're going off. Either you're scared or you think you're tough. You think you're on some John Wick shit, right? Or you love violence, man. And a lot of people in Babylon love violence, all right? It's glorified here. America is a death cult, right? And one of the things that this death cult worships is violence towards other nations for resources, right? Babylon's never been at peace. America's never been at peace. They've gone to war with fucking every nation on the planet, damn near, and they've dropped bombs on damn near every nation on the planet, bro. So they worship and glorify violence, man. And then even on a smaller level, like MMA through the UFC is just like ridiculously popular through the roof, man. It has completely surpassed boxing, as far as like the number one combat sport, if you will, like televised combat sport. And now everybody thinks they're tough. They go get a fucking Affliction t-shirt and some UFC shorts and they're just fucking tough as shit now, right? Know everything, know how to fight, whatever, dude. Oh, man. So let me read that again, all right? Because I just want you to know that if you're one of these people that loves violence, right? You just love watching fighting compilation videos for fucking hours on end. You got to catch every fucking UFC pay-per-view, right? Anytime an enemy nation of America says anything to our government, you're like, fucking nuke those motherfuckers, right? Oh, we'll just nuke them. We'll just nuke them. Anytime I ask an Edomite anything about an enemy nation, right? That's relevant in the news for whatever reason, I'll be like, hey, what do you think about North Korea and doing so, woo, 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 or Russia saying this, or you know, uh, Turkey doing this. We'll just nuke them. That's it, bro. They they love and uphold violence, dude. All right. So let me read that again. Psalm 11:5. The Lord trieth the righteous, but the wicked. That's you carrying a fucking strap everywhere you fucking go, right? And you think a strap's going to deliver you, right? And him that loveth violence, his soul hateth man. All right. The Most High, dude, the Most High, right? And his son, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, hate that. Like, literally hate it. All right. So you're wrong and you're going off, man. All right. You're going off. And those, good example were, those Southern Kingdom Israelites who were following Grand Master Jay in the NFAC, right? Shooting each other in the fucking legs with accidental discharges, a bunch of dumb fucks. Um, those are a good example of people who love violence, man, right? They grew up, fighting one another in the hood, in the barrios, whatever, right? Watching fight compilation videos, shooting at each other, shooting at their brother, right? First and foremost, shooting at their brother, right? And now they think they're on the level to, you know, to combat the so-called white man, Esau Edom, bro, the devil, right? Stupid, man. Psalms 11:6. Upon the wicked he shall rain snares, fire, and brimstone. All right, and if you, and this is following what was just said, right? The wicked and him that loveth violence. So for you, I would just go ahead and say, for you fake ass Israelites out there who really don't have any faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, right, or believe in the words in the scriptures, um, you're wicked, right? You love violence, all right, and this is what is going to happen to you, right? Because you want to take an AR to camp, you want to wake other Israelites up, and then hand them a 9 millimeter, right? He shall rain snares, right? You're gonna get wrapped up. You're gonna get trapped up. You're gonna have federal agents, unmarked federal agents in unmarked vehicles. Put a sack over your head. You're gonna get taken off the street, and you're never gonna be seen again, bro. And who knows what the devil is going to do with you behind closed doors? All right, they might give you to Hillary Clinton. She might cut your face off and put it on her dome, bro. Fire and brimstone, man. All right. So if you don't get wrapped up, right? If this devil don't snatch you up and throw you under the fucking prison, right? The Most High is gonna send fire and brimstone, man. Right? Through his war, through the sword, right? Through the wicked, who is his sword, and a horrible tempest, man. Like that pocket nuke that went off in Beirut, man, and like the one that I saw in my dream. Horrible tempest, man. Horrible tempest. And you think, oh, it's gonna be like that and it's gonna go away. All right. Nah, if the Most High wills it for you to be burned by that horrible tempest, to for a matter of time, it might be short time in the world, but he could drag it out to eternity in your mind, right? Do whatever he wants. This shall be the portion of their cup. It's those scriptures are just telling you right here what what's coming to you, man. If that's how you want to do it, right? If that's how you want to do it, if you Israelites, right, fringed out T-shirts and ARs, right, and you bug outs, right, who you don't believe in Yahweh Shai, you don't believe in the Savior, right? You believe in your your granddaddy's rusty 380, right? Or a hot ass 9 mil you got off a friend that they don't fire, bro, but you don't even know that because you've never fired it, right? Or a busted ass AR, right? Who knows where you copped it? Never been cleaned, missing the fucking firing pin, probably missing the entire bolt. Your dumbass don't know what that is, right? That's what you trust in, right? You don't trust in the Lord and Savior. You trust in a piece of metal, man. Right? Right? All right. And then I was looking at I'm always I'm always looking at like trending news or whatnot. And you know, the spirit had it that today in trending news, right? I saw this. It says survivor of the world's first nuclear attack recounts Hiroshima bombing 75 years later, man. And that's the spirit. Because, you know, I was wanting to put this video out today, touching on the blast and then Esau's sword, and then how you fake ass Israelites out there trust in the sword, and not in the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, right? And if you think that you're getting somewhere with 1,000 armed so-called black people, right? There's 1,000 of you, big whoop, with your grandpa's rifle, your uncle's 9 mil, uh, just weak shit, dude. Just weak, right? You just get a bomb dropped on you, right? I mean, is that not what we just read, right? And why is that? Why were you? Why? Because you're going up against the devil, the so-called white man, Esau Edom, his blessing, which the Lord gave him, right? So you can't go against him, right? The game is rigged for you to lose, right? And upon Yahweh's return, the game is rigged for the devil to lose, and that's how it's gonna go down. And Israelites taking up arms and thinking they're tough, right? Thinking they're learned in in these uh, in these carnal manners, right? That's not gonna do anything but make your judgment worse. That's all that's gonna do. And you can just ask this gook right here, all right? Ask this gook right here, right? What is a 9 mil? What was the AR? What was the 7.62 round? Uh, out of a K. What's that gonna do, man? This dude is setting off nukes. He just showed you he can set off a little. He got some little now, right? Or he could just drop a big one on you. Doesn't fucking matter. Russia has nukes that can take out the state of Texas. What are you gonna do, man? And that's the end game. That's high level, right? They don't even got to do that, right? You're Jake is so undisciplined and unlearned in the craft of warfare, and I ain't talking about Call of Duty, right? Or the UFC fucking video game, right? You're so undisciplined. You have no training whatsoever, right? No actual knowledge, right? That Esau, he could just send a squad, literally a squad, man. Probably, I don't know, a good six men equipped with the latest shit, right? Shit you never even heard of, right? You're not gonna find a video on YouTube on it, just crazy shit. And mow 1,000 of you motherfuckers down, bro. Easy. And you would have never seen them coming, man. Easy, right? They have shit in the works where they don't have to touch you, right? I mean, they got a weapon system on satellites, man. Bro, what are you doing, man? What are you thinking? You need to put the blunt down. Cause this guy for sure, where's he at? This guy for sure, you need to put the blunt down, my guy. All right, you can't be doing that. All right. Listen, watching videos, Smoking, then coming up with your own shit because you high as fuck, man. You need to quit that, bro. All right. All right. Psalms 144:1. All right. Now this is the spirit that one needs to be in, man. Right? Don't you want to show your faith, right? Don't you want to work on your faith and increase your faith? Man, there ain't, you know, there's a lot of works you can do to show your faith. But one thing you can definitely do, right, that shows great faith is stay unarmed. All right? And people call you crazy, people can call you stupid, like that fool, like he was scoffing and mocking, like, how do you look when you haven't armed yourself? Man, shut up. All right? It doesn't matter how we look, man. Right? We're supposed to look like fools, man. We're supposed to look fucking crazy, dude. All right? And it doesn't matter how we fucking look to this world or to a bugged out demon, right? With fucking Cheeto fingers, right? Resin all underneath your nail and shit, right? It doesn't matter what we look like to you, man, right? What matters is the faith that we're showing the Most High and His Son, right? In our plea to be granted salvation. That's what matters, dude. All right, Psalms 144:1, and this is not a coincidence that this is Psalms 144, dude. Right? This is you know, as a, you know, talking about the elect, the 144,000, the 12,000 men of each tribe, each tribe, 12 tribes, 144,000 kings and priests. These are the leaders, the warriors, the soldiers, the army, that the Most High and His Son hath established since the beginning, right? Since the foundations of the earth, right? And who are to be activated, so to speak, on the return of the Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai, right? Psalms 144:1. Blessed be the Lord my strength, which teacheth my hands to war and my fingers to fight. Psalms 144:2. My goodness and my fortress, my high tower and my deliverer, my shield, and he in whom I trust, who subdueth my people under me. All right, there you go, man. All right, that's a show of faith. Stocking up firearms and ammunition is a show of your lack of faith, right? Severe lack of faith. Same thing with you food hoarders. All right. Even before COVID popped off, there's Israelites out there who are hoarding food and supplies. This COVID shit popped off. Now you're fucking commoner. You're low level. Anybody out there is hoarding food and supplies now, right? Now, does that show faith in your deliverer, right? Or does that show your lack of faith and your trust in this world, right? That these carnal means are going to deliver you, right? This is it's repetitive for sure, but this is not this isn't hard to grasp, man. All right, so you Israelites out there who are packing, who are strapped like Karen, right? You're Karen, bro. You're fucking a bunch of Karens, dude. Think about that. All right, you Israelites who are packing, right, strapped, and since I already mentioned it, hoarding food too and supplies, right? You need to find out what's wrong with you. Watch lessons, read scripture, and get rid of that. That's how that's done. That's how that works. Because there's something wrong with you. All right. Now, is it that you love violence? Is it that you haven't come to an understanding or a true understanding of the scriptures? Is it because you lack faith, right? You have little faith or you have no faith, right? That's something you might want to work on, right? And you can start by giving up your arms, man. All right? Have less fear of what the devil's going to come do to you and more fear of what the Most High is going to do to you for not being obedient. All right? This is Psalm 17:13. This is all in Psalms, bro. Right? Which, again, man, like King David, probably the greatest warrior ever to live, man. And he's saying these things. Once again, who are you? Who are you? You're a fucking nobody. You're a nobody, man. All right? Like I said, man, uh, Apostle Tar, tough, man, tough. You know, the elder from LA, tough, man. Tough as rocks, hard as rocks, man. Malkma, combat proven, disciplines, just so many disciplines, right? Martial arts, weaponry, all right? And then the brother from South Carolina, tough, man. These are tough, austere, rough, rugged men, right? Just like the prophets of old, right? Tough, man. And they are doing what's right and they're teaching what's right, right? And staying unarmed, right? And trusting in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Who are you, low level, never done shit in your life, peon, just hopped off grandma's couch, flipping butt all fucking day, playing 2K, and playing grab ass with your homies, right? Who are you? You're a fucking nobody, man. And then you stumble upon this truth, and you do the things you like, all right? Yeah. I'll grow my beard out. Yeah. I'll look rough that way. All right. Yeah. Ah, man, I'm an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? You do what you like, and then only the things that you like. But then you bring the old man and you bring the world with you, man. All right? Because you want to stay strapped. And while we're on it, you want to keep making rap videos. You want to rhyme. You suck, man. I just want to let you know you're terrible, man. You're awful, dude. There's, it's pathetic, watching Jake be an aspiring artist, dude. It's sad. It's pathetic, bro. The devil put that in your head for you motherfuckers to be at each other's throats for crumbs, man. For crumbs from the master's table, dude. It's stupid, bro. It's just a side note. Y'all got to get out of that spirit, man. Y'all got to. That's the old man. That's the carnal man. That's the natural man. You got to put that shit off, dude. All right. Psalm 17:13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. That's the Most High sword, man. So you're not going up against a fucking white man. You're not going up against your fucking redneck neighbor. You're not going up against the Ku Klux Klan like the NFAC did in wherever the fuck. You're not going up against those individual sacks of fucking meat, right? No, you ain't going up against these low level red beasts, bro. That's not what you're doing, man. It's bigger than that. All right. Now what you're doing, if you're an Israelite telling other Israelites to get strapped, if you're fucking around with the NFAC, or if you're like that fucking blunt smoking bug out, telling the men of the Lord that they look stupid for not being strapped, right? You are coming up against the weapon of the Most High. You're not going to win in a sword fight against the Most High. You're coming up against the Most High, dude. And he's using the devil, he's using the wicked as a weapon against you. That's why it's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to go anywhere, man. Right? You got to come to an understanding, dude. You know? And isn't every, you know, Israelite who's come into the truth of knowing who they are and the words of the scriptures, you know, and who Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is, isn't the end goal salvation? Shouldn't that be it? Like, isn't that it? Isn't that what we're in this race for? Like, what we're running towards is salvation, right? Showing your understanding and your faith in the scriptures is a work towards that salvation, man. All right, Zephaniah 3 and 8. All right, in conclusion, therefore, wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. All we have to do is wait, man. Something Jake can't do because you have no patience. Going back to the fact that you have no discipline. All right? And to be a soldier, you have to have patience and discipline. Right? You play fucking games, bro. All right, Jake be playing fucking games, man. Calling each other soldiers while you're on your grandma's couch selling coke. Bro, you're not a fucking soldier, man. Right? It's real in the field. These streets, those streets. Y'all are clowns, bro. Y'all are clowns, man. All right? The Russians are going to send the Spetsnaz over here, and they're going to slap the taste out of your mouth, man. All right? Damn, dude. Those are soldiers, man. The wicked, man. The wicked, the devil, Esau, Edom. That's the sword, bro. Right? They got the smoke, and you don't want that shit. All right? But all we have to do is wait upon the Lord, what you clowns call the green light. All right? We're waiting on the green light. The green light is Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. He is the Son of the Most High, who the world calls God, whose name is Yahweh. Right? That's who we're waiting on. His arrival, and he's to arrive, right, in a great fashion with the chariots of Israel and an angelic military, right? Angels. And at that point in time, if it's designated for you to become a combatant, if you will, for Israel's sake, right? Then Yahweh Shai is going to give you the ability, right? He's going to give you the power and the spirit, right, to be that. And at that time, and only at that time, will it be okay for an Israelite man, right, to fight, to get carnal, to get down, to get busy, man. All right? Smear these people into the pavement, man. Rip them limb by limb. Do your thing, man. You know? Zephaniah 3 and 8. Therefore, wait ye upon me. All you have to do is wait. Saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. All right? Because he's it, man. You know? He's the number one predator. He's the king of kings, man. He's it, man. He's the number one warrior right there. All right? For my determination is to gather the nations, because he's not just on a block. All right? He's just not going to be on a block. He's just not going to be downtown in some city throwing glass bottles at cops like you clowns are doing. He's not going to gather a few hundred and go to fucking Kentucky and face the KKK. No. He's going to gather the nations, right? The enemies of Israel, which are every nation. It's every nation, right? It's every nation out there because every nation has put Israel into captivity. So it's all of them. He's going to gather the nations that I may assemble the kingdoms, right? To pour upon them mine indignation. All right. So that's what we're waiting on, right? Because your pea shooters aren't going to redeem us, right? They're not. It's not. Your pea shooter is not going to um you know it's not going to show the enemy the full manifestation of the indignation, which means righteous anger, right? You can't express the Lord's righteous anger with a pea shooter, all right? Even all my fierce anger for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy, all right? So it's going to make that pocket nuke look like jelly beans, right? It's it's going to be out of this world, right? But you have to have faith in this, right? And if you have to have faith in this and not in your firearm, right? Because if you don't have faith in the words in this scripture, right? In these scriptures, and you have faith in your firearm, you're going to be caught up in what he's bringing, or even before then. Going back to Psalms 11:6. Upon the wicked he shall rain snares, fire, and brimstone, and an horrible tempest. So what side of that do you want to be on? This shall be the portion of their cup. All right, and hopefully this video was edifying. And with that, I want to say shalom.